Hi guys, my name is Hanane and I'm a graduate student here at Carleton University. I'm doing my Master's in Biology with Dr. Ken Story, and what I'm here to talk to you today about is why would you go into graduate school, what does this entail, and is it for you? Well, the thing about graduate school is that there's a couple of different benefits to doing it. First of all, if you don't really know what you want to do, it's a good place to sort of get started. And if you're interested in research, if you want to do a second degree, if you want to advance yourself academically, it's an excellent way to do this. The different career options that you can have after graduate school is maybe become a professor or jump into like a research lab, especially since we're all science students here. There's also a couple of things like teaching, travel, and doing research in grad school. So with regards to teaching, when you're a grad student, you generally get the opportunity to become a teaching assistant. And that entails working with a professor and working with students, either as a lab demonstrator, as a discussion group leader. You get to present lectures, you get to grade assignments, run your own tutorials, present and discuss with other students, and you're also able to mentor students in your particular lab that you're working at. And this is quite a rewarding thing to do. And it also helps you understand what you're doing more, because if you're able to teach it, then that means that you understand the process way more. There's also the benefit of traveling. As a grad student, you can, first of all, just not do grad studies here. So you should view your grad studies essentially as maybe 2 years of travel, and basically find somewhere you want to go, find a university, and chances are there will be a supervisor there that you will find interesting and that you will want to work with. Also, as a grad student, you get to apply to different conferences, you get to travel. Generally, this is paid for. Sometimes you might have to find some money, but you get to visit a lot of people, visit a lot of places, and it's a lot of fun. So one of the main things you do in graduate school is, and depending on what program, is just advance yourself in a research field that you're particularly interested in. You don't really have to know what this is right off the bat, but starting to look around and just see what's out there is an excellent idea. You get to advance your knowledge, you get to study different materials and find something that you're interested in and something that you're willing to devote 2 years of your life to, or 1 or 2 years, depending on what kind of program you take. And so based on that, there's a couple of different master's programs available, or types of masters. There are course-based masters, and this is not as common in science, but in biology and chemistry, but it's still a thing. So that means just taking advanced courses, and this is going to be a little different from undergraduate courses, where instead of big, huge lecture halls, it's a small group of students, it's one professor, it's not really lecture-based, there's a lot of discussion, there are tutorials and that kind of thing, and it's a lot of fun. There's also the research-based master's program, and that's when you have a topic, a thesis that you will be working on, and a research project and proposal that you will be spending your time on for about 2 years. You'll be building on this idea, you'll be adding experiments, adding to the field, whatever field you're working in, and contributing to the general common knowledge, or not so common. There's also a possibility and chance of combining the two. So that's doing a research project and thesis along with a few courses. And that's what we offer here at Carleton in most of the science master's degrees, where you have your main thesis course or your main project that you're working on, but you also have a few courses that you can take, and these are generally optional, and you can pick courses that generally interest you, because that's what grad school is about, finding what interests you and pursuing that interest. There's also the option of fast tracking into a PhD, and what that means is you start off as a master's student and you start off with a master's degree, but halfway through that, so after the first year, you're faced with an option of, do I want to just skip the master's and jump straight into my PhD? And what this means is that you'll be building on your master's project. You won't be switching projects, you won't be switching courses, but you will be able to save yourself a year in the long run. This is especially useful if you're interested in going to professional schools, becoming a professor. If you really need that PhD and you need it fast, then fast tracking is an excellent option. So if you are interested in learning more about graduate school, then the next workshop is about how to get in and what do you need to get into graduate school.